Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to say thank you for watching our video on YouTube channel. I'm good to see you all. In this opportunity, we would like to give you insights into multi-layer security for SSH and Sudo access permissions. Let's introduce ourselves. My name is Kifari Nur.
My name is Muhammad Naufal Fauzi.
Why we need multi-layer security? The operating system on the server has high capability and availability. Regardless, company server have high demand, so if they are not properly secure, they can be taken over by crackers. Implementing security on a server using SSH and sudo access permission. This security is sufficient for small and medium-sized companies to minimize brute force attacks, bypass authentication, and keylogging by crackers.
Sudo access permission. First, from the dev user, we create authorization like root user using sudo administrative privilege. So a dev user can execute a command as root as or super user if we add sudo at first command. Second, lock root user locally and remotely SSH with hashing technique. This technique has an exclamation mark after the name of the user. This topic refers to the root user.
This project raises the topic to secure root users. That means root has all privileges and permissions. The core of authorizations. So if root users are taken by attackers, we can lose all valuable assets. I will explain from the bottom of the layer. The first is port. Change default ports from 22 to custom port 2250. Second, permit root login. If we type yes, all users can log in with SSH. If no, there are no people who can access root users. And third, clear text password with public key infrastructure. We implement clear text password and public key infrastructure to give passwordless and only users that have the private key can access the resource. And the last is login shell. We use the shell to interact and execute command to the system. And now we change the shell into no login. That means disable all login into the root account. So the root account is not available.
Demo change permission. There are two ways to change permission. Dev user and can execute the command as the root user. First, use sudo group. This way is safer than vsudo. Second, use vsudo or etc sudoers at the dev name below the root user. Next is demo lock. Lock access to root user locally and remotely. The system will be hashing the password root user at sudo with an exclamation mark after the name of the user. First, lock with command -L for lock. Second, unlock with command -U.
Okay. Change default port number 22 at etc sshd underscore config to port 2250. The goal of change default SSH port is the attacker doesn't know the port of the SSH. Block SSH access using root user and clear text password. Prevent all people login with root users. Permit root login and no option to accept the policy. Second, password out or password authentication to prevent user from typing the password and no options to accept the policy. SSH access using only public key infrastructure. Generate private and public key with SSH key again minus the RSA. We use RSA algorithm for more security on Ubuntu LSC compute, and then store the public key to Ubuntu LSC compute at authorize key file. We use Windows 10 as client and store the idrsa.pub. Pub is public key to Ubuntu LSC compute. Okay, the root user cannot use shell after login, local and remote. Change shell on root user from burn again shell or bash into no login using change shell root. The second, to restore the configuration, edit configuration at etc password type bin bash. Okay, that's enough. Thank you for watching our video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.